Okay guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can see behind me, we got the boat. So a long time ago I made a video on going to pick this thing up, and now it's finally time to do some work to it because in my engine class we're doing engine rebuild, and yeah, guess what needs a rebuild? I'll show you. This motor right here, because if you come down here, I don't know if you can see that right in there, but right here, well, where's my... there's a huge crack in the block because somebody didn't winterize it and water was left in it and it cracked the block. So yeah, I'm gonna get a new block for it and we're gonna rebuild the motor in my engine class at Parkland. So in this video we're gonna be removing the motor out of the boat, so yeah, stay tuned. So you guys are probably wondering, like, how do you know how to remove a boat motor? Well, I don't. This is what I do. Yeah, this one right here looks good. Perfect. And that's what I do.
Let's find your perfect.
So yeah, Zach, if you're watching this, you got another subscriber, and I liked your video.
Let's get to it.
So this is simply what I do.
First thing you're going to want to do, you can see here I have a 2-ton.
We got to take off our Alpha 1 drive unit first. So let's get to doing that. So coming around to the back, I just lowered my Alpha drive unit as low as I could possibly lower it. And what you're going to do is remove the 6 bolts, the 3 on this side and the other 3 on this side. So let me go ahead and do that. So I just got my 6 bolts out, and now I'm going to put a piece of wood right up against here, and I'm going to tilt my Alpha 1 up, and it should pop this apart. So yeah, let's see what happens. Did it split? Yeah, it did. That's how you break it free. You lied to me, Dad. Got me stressed out a little. But yeah, so just use a little piece of 2x4 if you're struggling to get yours off. That pops it right off. Look at that. Look at that little neat trick. So yeah, now you want to remove your arms down here, and then you should be able to just pull your thing right out. So all I did here was I put my little needle nose down in the little groove, and I put my other one right here. I kind of just pulled up. Comes right off, and then you got a little washer right here. But yeah, they just look like these little clips. So now if I'm strong enough, I should be able to just pull this thing off. What am I grabbing? Oh boy. It's heavy. But yeah, that's what you want to do. And once this is out, we no longer have it in the motor, so we can now just disconnect everything off the motor and simply just pull it out. But I have no clue where I'm putting this.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thank you. But yeah, pretty easy way to get that off. And I suggest buying a new seal when you go to put it back on, because that's what I'm going to do. That's what you should do. Okay, so it's a different day now, and it's time for me to disconnect everything attached to the motor. And once I do that, we can pull the motor out. So let's get everything detached. Okay guys, so here's a little update. I got everything detached. So we got this main plug, that's an easy one. You unplug that from there, and then you got your positive lead that goes on your starter right here. And then you got a ground wire that goes to this ground point that you need to disconnect. And then coming around to the front, I had to take my power steering pump off, which is sitting right back here. So you're gonna have to take that off. And then on this side, you gotta take this exhaust bezel thing off. And then there's 2 wires right here that you gotta disconnect that go attached to something over here. So take note of that. And then all this linkage right here that's on top of the motor, you gotta take that off. And then there's 2 big bolts in the front down here that you gotta take off. I don't know if you can see, but there's one right down in there, and the other one is right underneath that hose. Right there. And then in the back, the motor shifted a bit because I just drove it over to my buddy's house to get it pulled out with the forklift, but there's a bolt right here, and this is where it would normally be sitting, and then there's the other bolt hole where it would be sitting right there, but it's shifted off over a bump on the way here. But yeah, we're getting ready to lift her on out with the forklift, so I'm gonna film that for you guys.
Yeah, this mount here, you got to take the mount off and do it. But you'll have to take that mount off and probably just leave it with the boat anyway. Because that doesn't go to the rebuilding.
So, as you can see, we got the motor fully out of the boat. The Alpha 1 unit is off the back. And I went over to the good old Harbor Freight and got myself an engine stand. So we put the engine on an engine stand. Hey Dad! 1 minute. Now you guys should be able to hear me better, but check it out. We got an engine stand from Harbor Freight, and what we're gonna be doing to this motor is JB welding the cracks and making sure the head doesn't have any cracks. We just pressure test the manifold today and it is good. So what we did was we made a little cover plate here, and then we had a little connection system right here. Well, there was more pieces to it where we hooked an air hose up and pressurized the system. Well, we had these ports filled with water to check for bubbles, and we got no bubbles, so we're a-okay on that. Because a lot of people just do a leak down test where they'll fill it with water to see if it will leak, and if it leaks then they know they got a crack. But some cracks are super small and they only leak when the engine is up to temp or under pressure. So that's why we pressure tested it by hooking an air hose up to it. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna call it to this video, and on the next one we'll be tearing into the motor and doing some motor work. So definitely stay tuned for that. And if you guys liked the video, definitely hit the like button down below and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.